Next, we have a handful of powerful speakers who are using their voices to shape community change around child hunger. First is going to be Sergeant Renae Lochart from the Youth Services Unit of the Raleigh Police Department. She's going to talk about her work with children participating in the Summer Meals Program. I first met Sergeant Lochart at the Summer Palooza this past fall, and I want to do a big shout out. Have you ever been to a Summer Palooza, which is hosted by our state agency, Department of Public Instruction, around summer meals planning and celebration? Raise your hand if you've ever been to one. Yay! Cynthia and Bikami and that team do a fabulous job, and they hold this every fall. And if you haven't been, you need to be there. If you care anything about what happens when school is out and summer meals need to continue, please be there. It's modeled after today, and they do a fabulous job of helping you develop the tools and the inspiration you need. A little bit more back to Sergeant Lochart. She shared some amazing things that I heard at the Summer Palooza, and I said, boy, we need to get this voice out shared more. We're all concerned with safety in our communities and our schools. And I recently went to a conference where we tried to bridge the concept of nutrition and community. You know that discipline issue that starts going away when you feed breakfast in the classroom? How much calmer the hallways are? That's school safety, folks. What if the kids, high school kids, are in the classroom instead of in some common area where they might get into some mischief? That's school safety. So I think we need to start connecting these dots more often. And what a great inspiration to know that Sergeant Lochart with the Raleigh Police Department represents this bridge, a very important bridge to build relationships between children and law enforcement early and when the children are young, in a safe environment where children are receiving nutritious meals. They're building a foundation of trust, and we know all of our children need that, and we heard that from our teachers this morning. The trust where adults and children feel more secure together. So thank you, Sergeant Lochart. She wants to use her microphone.
Yes, because I'm a mover. So good afternoon, everyone. So for the folks that are in the room that were wondering what in the world is a cop doing here, I'm very happy right now to take the time to tell you why a cop is here. Well, first of all, people that know me know why I'm in the room. Again, I'm Renae Lochart. I'm a sergeant with the Raleigh Police Department. I've been an officer for 17 years. I am a BSW and MSW, so for the folks that don't know that, yes, there's a social worker in this uniform, okay? But to tell you a little bit about youth services, my specialized unit. During the school year, we're actually, my officers are teaching in elementary schools. But over the summer, we're running our own summer camps. They are coordinated, operated, and run by my officers, which also means, thank you. Which also means we need a lot of help from others within the police department to help us do what we do. We don't wear this uniform, okay? We are wearing red shirts, we're getting dirty, having fun with kids, okay? Sometimes they even forget that we're law enforcement officers because they're like, y'all are actually kind of cool, okay? The big thing about it also, though, is that we're making sure that they eat, okay? So we partner with the food bank. Shout out to Mercedes and Gideon. Okay, they help us to be able to provide a healthy breakfast and a healthy snack to our participants. We have camps that we operate throughout the entire summer, which are free of charge. Again, it's coordinated and operated by officers, but it takes our community to help us to run those programs. So we have those subject matter experts coming in helping us. Some of them are sports-based, of course, because it's the summer. Kids want to have fun. They don't just want to be sitting in the classroom. But then we also have the education pieces, too. Like 4-H comes in and assists us as well, okay? So we have those community partners and those partnerships. I think there's a slide that we're going to pull up which has all of our summer programs listed on them. Next slide. There we go. So, like I said, we partner with the food bank. They're our sponsor over the summer to help us to provide a healthy breakfast and a healthy snack. And numbers are important, right? So you folks want to see kind of what our numbers look like and what our programs are and what they're about, okay? Next slide, please. So I challenge you, because you might be thinking, well, my police department doesn't have a youth services unit. Because we're all preventative. There's happiness my way, is what I tell everybody. That's all we're about. But that doesn't mean that you can't call in a police department or the fire department or whoever to help you out during the summer to help bridge that, make some connections with law enforcement. And shout out to Mrs. Jones, who introduced Charlotte Meck PD in those slides. I really appreciated that. Yes, yes. And as stated earlier by Principal Wallace, we're going to adapt some of that there, okay? So I was taking notes, like, but one thing I didn't mention is that our summer programs are in the community. We're not hanging out at like the police department. That's not really fun. We're in the communities. To include the food bank. We are using space over at the food bank, that teaching kitchen that somebody might have mentioned earlier. We're teaching our kids how to prepare healthy snacks for themselves. Okay, so again, I challenge you to reach out to your police departments. There are specialized units out there that might be able to help, again, bridge those gaps and provide some education about other things that police departments do than what we typically think when we think police, okay? So that's my challenge to you all right? All right.
Thank you. Let me introduce you first.
Okay.
Wow. I now remember why I was so impressed with her remarks. Thank you so much, Renae, and a big shout out too to keep in mind that what she's doing, they're running their special camps, but having law enforcement come to your summer meal sites and be an integral part, like Elaine told us that they're doing in the hospital in Charlotte, is a very important connection that you need to make with the youth in your community. More children will come back to the meal sites on a regular basis if you provide enrichment. The data says that all day long. So think about the ways that you can work with your local law enforcement community to bring them in and have some big times together and create some fun and have some activity and help the kids feel secure and again, build those bridges between the community. It will have a big payoff later.